Good evening. Namaste. We welcome you all to L'École's Budding Technologist event 2023.
We feel privileged to extend a warm welcome to all those who have joined here for this event. I'm Siddharth, and with me I have my friend Piali, and we shall be your host for today.
As nature says, if your day is hemmed in with prayer, it is less likely to get unraveled. So before we commence, let us have a word of prayer.
It's not audible. Can we enable the audio? Ajay, if you're able to hear me, the prayer is not audible. Can you please share it with by enabling the audio? Over to you, Payali and Siddharth.
Now we'd like to take a minute or two to emphasize on the importance of STEM-based and transformative technology education.
STEM emphasizes developing logical and critical thinking skills by allowing students to learn and understand things from the perspective of the real world. STEM education equips students with the skills that are required to succeed in their respective careers, whether in jobs, entrepreneurship, etc.
STEM education focuses on building habits that will help children throughout their lives. From critical thinking skills, problem solving, and creative thinking to computation and interpersonal skills, they learn how to apply all of these to their day-to-day life for building a better world around them. We want to thank the school L'École Chempaka for realizing the importance of STEM-based transformative technology education. We also want to take this opportunity and express our gratitude towards school teachers and our mentors for helping us create a bright future for ourselves.
We have a special video clip curated showcasing our innovative time in our mentors with our classroom sessions at our school, tinkering with different technologies and exploring new domains. Now may I call upon Akash sir from How and Why Education to address the judges, students, parents, school authorities, and our audience watching us live.
Thank you, Piali. A very good evening to one and all present here. I take immense pleasure in welcoming you all. Thank you for joining us, even the audience watching us live over YouTube. It really does mean a lot that you've joined us here. As mentors, it has been an amazing ride with all you students, not only the participants or the finalists, but even the students that we have been working with throughout the year. It's been an amazing time working with you, training you on different technologies. So, you know, uh, according to the World Economic Forum, 1 billion jobs in the future are going to be replaced by technology. And we just heard from Piali and Siddharth how important STEM education is. And I'm so glad that Lekol Chempaka as a school realizes this. And I want to take this opportunity and especially thank uh, Lekol Chempaka's director, Shija ma'am, the principal of Silver Rocks, Swaminathan Krishnan sir, the principal of Serene Valley, Anandi Krishnan ma'am, and the dean of the school, Jin Thoman sir. Uh, I also take immense gratitude in welcoming our judges here. We have with us Pramod Pillai sir, Dr. Pramod Pillai sir. He has been involved for the past 22 years in the education era. He's been a veteran and he's deeply passionate about working with students. The school life experience and academic success is something that excites him. He has over the years he has worked with different premium schools in India, including Emerald International School that he's currently heading. Apart from that, he's worked with Mero International School, Harvest International School, Reach to Teach UK, and Concept I Connect. It's an indeed pleasure to have you with us, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. With us, we also have Mr. Douglas, sir, who has joined us from all the way from Ghana, Africa. Mr. Douglas is the founder and CEO of Makerspace. He's a STEM.org certified master trainer. He holds a Master of Science in Energy and Sustainable Management. His research areas are energy efficiency, industrial, and even technology as a whole. He has excellent communication skills and unique interpersonal skills, and he has been working with students from the age of 5 to 25, and he is deeply passionate about working with young minds. So it's a pleasure to have you, Mr. Douglas. Thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to be part of this program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you. With that said, once again, I want to cheer all of you participants. I want to wish you all the best. You've done all of us very proud, and I truly look forward to your wonderful projects. Over to you, anchors. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, sir, for addressing everyone with your words of welcome.
We're also very excited to welcome the audience who have joined us over YouTube. And of course, we cannot leave you empty-handed, and hence we'll be having a quiz contest exclusively for our YouTube audience.
Please take note that 3 will be series of 6 questions that will be asked during the course of 2 days of this event. The first participant to answer all these questions will be rewarded with a special gift voucher. So we request you to stay tuned. The winner of the quiz contest will be announced tomorrow at the end.
And now, it's finally the time to celebrate Lekol's young prodigies who have been working hard and smart over the last couple of months to bring their projects and prototypes to life. Let's together stimulate our senses for these little champs who are going to be the future and voice of tomorrow.
As pioneers, we have Chempaka SS and Dhruv Narayan Shyam of grade 7 who are massive tech enthusiasts and will very keen on using AI for the welfare of mankind.
Good evening, everyone. Today I have here with my team partner Chempaka. I'm Dhruv. I'm studying in grade 7 Poppy and I'm studying in Lekol Chempaka Silver Rocks on the Chempaka.
So my name is Triambak. I'm also studying with Dhruv at Chempaka Silver Rocks at grade 7 Poppy. And this is our project, face mask detection with artificial intelligence. So what's AI? So basically AI is a program that can perform tasks which normally require humans. So this is the timeline of AI, and basically lists most of the AIs, most of the main AIs from 1950 to the present time. So in 1950, a man called Alan Turing made a three-player game, which one of the participants is an AI. So basically, if the AI can fool the other two participants into thinking that it was an actual human, it would be considered Turing perfect, or it would be called a true AI. Another main AI in this time period was Eliza. Eliza was actually engineered as a chatbot, and it was one of the first chatbots, and it was made at MIT. And from 1966 to 1997, there was something called an AI winter. So basically, during AI winter, the development of AI struggled, and basically no one wanted AI, and there were a lot of bugs and false starts. Then, as we all know Siri and Alexa. We all use them in our daily lives. Siri was launched in 2011 by Apple, and it came with all iPhones from the iPhone 4S. Yeah, Alexa was launched by Amazon, and it was a voice companion or a voice assistant which completes tasks. And now Alexa can also be physical, and it can turn off the lights and stuff. So in 2016, Microsoft released a chatbot called Tay. So Tay actually learned from people and started posting really bad stuff on Twitter. Then it got banned.
OpenAI. OpenAI is created by Elon Musk and promotes the development of friendly AI. ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a chatbot that was created by OpenAI.
So these are a few pictures of AI. This is Unimate, this is Liza, this is the one Shaky. This is my type of Siri, Siri. So this is what's in Alexa. Then we have Tay. This is the actual profile picture of Tay and Microsoft, and none of these most of these AIs actually don't have an image sort of thing. And then AlphaGo. So importance of AI. So in AI can actually help companies manage profits and increase profits actually. And in healthcare, AI can actually diagnose cancer accurately and detect diseases before the symptoms ever come up. And it can also help the driverless cars detect obstacles on the road and first deep learning. So driverless cars use deep learning. So what is it? So imagine a toddler. The toddler wants to learn how to identify a dog. So the toddler identifies a dog by pointing at random objects, and his or her parents say yes or no. So if the toddler points to a dog, the parents say yes, that is a dog. And when the toddler starts learning new features like fur and forepaws and a tail, the toddler becomes more accurate in identifying dogs.
Natural language processing is where an AI can detect different slangs of all people. For example, in British, people speak in different slangs, but AI can still detect it.
So use of a prototype is like it can be used in airports for people who pose a threat. Even if they have a criminal record, the airport can actually identify this and red flag them. If they're trying to smuggle something into the airport, this AI can actually understand even if they're wearing a mask, and it is this person. It can also be used in smart doors to identify people that you don't know or you don't want to know near your house. So small prototype projects. go on to the.
This is the working of our project. So a camera is connected to the laptop or computer, and that image or information on the camera is sent to Scratch. Teachable machines is connected wirelessly to Scratch, and the Scratch it sends the information to the sandbox, and then the information from the sandbox is sent to the servo meter.
So I have created a small program using teacher machines. So I need to turn on my video now. Hello?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so. Hi. So I made an image model using teacher machines that can identify me and Dhruv. So you can see on the output, it says Triumph 100%. I think my, yeah. So when I put, when I put Dhruv's photo, which I have on my phone here, it says Dhruv 100%. When I move it out of the way, it says Triumph 100%. So basically, I used a few image samples of Dhruv and me, and you can now identify if it's me or Dhruv by my characteristics. Okay. So a few challenges of AI is that most AI is emotionless, and AI can also cause unemployment in like digital artists, and it can also cause unemployment in teaching and stuff. Then most AIs have no creativity because a lot of money to make an AI. AI can also cause a lot of problems by AI terrorism. An example is stay. And a single AI system can emit over 250,000 pounds of carbon dioxide. Thank you.
Thank you. Over to you, judges.
Triambak and Dhruv, it was, I really appreciate the effort that you have taken. It's really a good effort, and I found it very, very logical in its sense and interesting. Especially we live in a world of masks. Can you tell one best use of face mask detector for child security?
Sir, I couldn't hear you, sir. The audio was not clear.
Pardon?
Sir, I could not hear you. The audio was not clear.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I really appreciate the effort that you have put in making this project. Really appreciable and very much relevant. I have a question to you. Can one of you tell me how this face mask detector used in child safety? Is there any provision for that? Have you thought about it?
Yes, sir. So basically, this can be installed in like an apartment or a room where the child is located in, and by using a few like sort of 1 second, so the teacher machines is on. So using a some sort of physical physical Arduino board or something, I can connect wirelessly to appliances. It can actually turn on close if the baby is going near like a window, you can close it or open it. No, not open it, close it. Okay.
Over to you, Mr. Douglas.
Yes, this is a very innovative start I like your project idea and how you were able to come up with a presentation on your process, right? You gave a good background as to into AI and everything. I really appreciate that. Now, in terms of your final work, the experiment is also not bad. It's a good start. Now, my question now is, what will be the major contribution of this project that you have done to education, right? Like your other colleagues in school. How is it going to be beneficial to those colleagues or your classmates? Yeah.
Okay, so what I was like thinking was, so basically, we had a session in our school which taught us all about the times your kidnappings happen. So basically, what this could do is like you can install like a system in the school where you can like identify your face when you come in. So when you walk through the door of the school, it can identify that you have come in and it's you, and it takes all your credentials and it sends it to an app on your parents' phone. So they can know that you reach school safely. And when you leave school, you can also like it will send a message that your child has left the school. This is one of the methods I was thinking.
All right. That's good. I really like it. Yeah. Congratulations to your team. Yeah. It's a good effort. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It was great. Audience, it is time for the first quiz question. The same should have appeared in the chat. You are requested to submit the Google form within the next 2 minutes, post which the form will write its clothes. All the best.
Proceed further, we now have a duo of ambitious girls, Pratana Balakrishnan and Aryananda, who are driven to make our planet Earth a cleaner and greener place to live by the day.
A very good evening to everyone present here. My name is Prarthana Balakrishnan.
And I am Arni.
And together we have created a prototype of a smart dustbin. So basically, what is a smart dustbin? A smart dustbin is a new high technology advanced version of a normal dustbin which consists of an automatic open closed system for ease of use. And with the help of a smart dustbin, there is no need for a person to manually open the lid of the dustbin. Therefore, the person is safe from catching germs and diseases from the dirty surfaces of the dustbin. People can also dispose the garbage without touching the dustbin and the lid remains closed to avoid flies. What is the basic use of a smart dustbin? A smarter dustbin for a smarter city will make waste collection handling extremely convenient. And just like a dustbin's primary purpose is to keep the dirty and decaying waste materials separate from the rest of the clean surroundings, the smart dustbin has high integrated technology to help the system of waste collection. This optimized route offers smart dustbins and the overflowing along with minimizing CO2 emission. Now let's look at the principle that the smart dustbin we have created works on and how. So the smart dustbin that we have created works on the principle of object detection using an ultrasonic sensor which we have chosen to create our prototype. The sensor basically detects when a hand comes close and also signals the servo motor which we have attached to open the lid for waste disposal. That way, when the hand comes close, we can easily dispose the waste as the lid is automatically opened, and the lid will remain open for 6 seconds. Then it will automatically close. There are so many more advantages of using a smart dustbin to help society with waste management, which we're going to talk about. It helps in efficient use of technology to achieve solutions to global environmental problems. It reduces costs, eases logistics, and improves the environment, as there will be no more waste seen lying around on the roads everywhere. This is actually another clever idea that gathers all the information on all the bins in a given area through one monitoring platform and a single dashboard, so the cleaning staff can work more efficiently and also tailor their routes to tackle the bins most in need of emptying first, and therefore the overall society hygiene of the society improves. It notifies you when your bin overflows and helps analyze environmental awareness campaigns. As this is a rising problem, when we create small solutions for this, people will be more enthusiastic to learn more and how to solve this problem. It helps in creating a more efficient and effective cleaning schedule and reduces the wastage and usage of plastic bags by about 90 times, which is really beneficial to all in our daily world. Over to Adinanda.
Okay. So, what are the functions of a smart dustbin? A smart dustbin encourages the 3 Rs, which is an important role in sustaining the environment for future, lowering greenhouse gas emissions, etc. It is also hygienic with automatic and touchless waste disposal. It can identify which waste is more in number from a respective place and can help the government find solution for it. It is also energy efficient as it only needs low power, lesser than a light bulb. It can also differentiate between biological and non-biological wastes. Components. So the automation of the smart dustbin is achieved through the 2 components, that is ultrasonic sensor and servo motor. So ultrasonic sensor distance and then opens the lid. If the data is less than 20 centimeter, the lid of the bin must be open, and if more than 20 centimeter, the lid must be closed. Servo motor is used for the rotation of the lid. Maximum it can turn is 180 degrees. Now let's move on to the diagram. Okay, so this is the working of our smart dustbin. So to get a clear description of the working of the smart dustbin, here is a diagram depicting the smart dustbin circuit. We have a sandbox, which is the main controller of you. Then we have the 2 components, ultrasonic sensor and the servo motor behind the automation of the smart dustbin. You can see here that the ultrasonic sensor is connected by the jumper wires to the different ports. Now let's see the prototype of the smart dustbin.
So this video will show you how our real life prototype works.
So, the main aim of this project is to reduce human resources and efforts along with the enhancement of a smart room. We have often seen pieces of paper spilling over from dustbins on the floor, and this was an issue that required immediate attention. The proverb, cleanliness is next to God and clean room is next to heaven, inspired us to conceptualize Smart dustbin also helps us to reduce pollution. Smart dustbin are now the needs of smart buildings. Smart dustbin is a new idea of implementation which makes a normal dustbin smart. When we need to use a dustbin, we don't have to go to it. We simply have to give commands to a mobile phone or computer. The garbage is dumped to the container manually, and the dustbin moves back in the same direction, back to its initial place according to a command.
The smart sensors on the dustbins reduce costs by making the processes efficient. They digitally record data on physical environments and analyze the information prior to transmitting it to a software database. They are designed to provide waste management fleets with fill levels in bins with utmost measurement accuracy, which ensures cost and operational efficiency. Now, the data collected from the smart dustbins provide a more convenient route displayed on the smart application. This application is used by the garbage trucks to reach the bins that are filled, thus reducing time on the road and congestion on the streets. Additionally, with the help of remote diagnostic and IoT, there is no need to send the staff all the way to monitor the fill levels of the dustbin. Waste generation is increasing daily, and cities are allocating more resources to waste collection. Smart bins eliminate unnecessary spending on waste management, which helps the cities to allocate resources to other important initiatives. Hence, it can be said that the use of smart dustbins can potentially save time and cost. Thank you. We are opening the floor for questions.
May I request the judges to give their feedback?
Thank you so much, Prarthana and Arya, for that wonderful creative dustbin. I'm sure that Kerala as a state's really suffering with the waste disposal and will be really getting help out of it. Can you tell me a little more about waste disposal that may be annexed to your project further?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Okay, I think there is some problem with my sound. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I would like to appreciate both Prarthana and Arya for such a creative project. Especially Kerala as a state will be highly benefited from this. My question is that, have you thought anything more than collection to healthy way of disposal of waste further?
Yes, sir, we will be thinking about it further after researching more about those topics.
All right, I appreciate the project. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, sir.
Yes, there's also a very innovative project, and taking this project at this early age, I think it's a step in the right direction. I really like the project Smart Dustbin for cleanliness, right? Are you also considering at what point will the dustbin, let's say your sensor, prevent you from maybe prevent someone from, let's say, putting in a new trash when it gets full? Do you have any means of detecting when the dustbin is full so that it gets to that point, nobody will be forced to open it and drop it, rather than saying that, okay, there's a notification that's been full and you need to wait till it gets empty? Or you send a message to those who are responsible to come and pick it up when that point reach, right?
Yes, sir, it notifies the cleaning team when the bin overflows so that they can come and dispose it and add a new plastic cover. So it basically notifies them each time it overflows.
Yeah, but I didn't see it in your circuit diagram.
Sir, we would like to add that feature in the future.
Currently, yes, sir. Currently, this
So-
feature is not in our dustbin. It's just a model
Okay.
of the smart dustbin.
Okay, so you are considering adding notification, right, to it so that they can alert the cleaners to come and pick it up. You can also consider having an ultrasonic sensor at the lid. You know, it opens and closes, right? So if you place the ultrasonic sensor one at the top like this, when it detects, you know, it's for distance measurement. So when it detects that at this maybe 2 centimeters closer to getting full, okay, when you try to assess the opening from the other sensor, it will prevent it from opening. It's okay. So the person will know that yes, it's full, notification is sent, right? So next in your upgrade version, consider putting one of the sensor at the cover level and then one at the side, whilst you include the notification. You can use GSM, and you can also improve it by creating an IoT platform where people can visually see the content as it gets through. It's a good one, and you've done well.
Thank you, sir.
Over to the anchors.
Your project was indeed brilliant and thoughtful, Team Smart Dustbin. Let us give them a big hand.
As pioneers, we have a group of 2 students from grade 5, Darshika Vivek and Devadanta Sarath, who are known for their creativity and imagination skills and love sharing stories through animation clips.
A very good evening to all. My name is Devananda Sharad from grade 5 Hydrangea.
My name is Darshika Vivek from grade 5 Hydrangea.
I still remember when I was young, I used to love watching cartoons. But nowadays, I am into anime. Do you feel the same way, Darshika?
Yes, I feel the same way. I'd love to know the story of animation.
Don't worry, Darshika. I will explain. Animation started a long time ago, between the 1895 and 1920, during the rise of the cinematic industry. Several different animation techniques were reinvented or newly developed, including stop motion with objects, clay or cutouts, and drawn or painted animation. Did you know that the first animated movie created was Phantasmagoria?
Wow, animation is so interesting. Hearing about it, I'd love to create one of my own.
For that, we have to learn more about animation. I have prepared a PPT. Let's look into it.
Animation. So basically, animations are like the effects like which add movement to like images and all. It doesn't have to be images, it could be text or anything like that. The first animated movie created is Phantasmagoria. We have different types of animations like 2D, 3D, stop motion, etc. So 3D animation brings digital objects to life, creating the illusion that they are moving on space. 2D animation involves creating movements using static images in 2 dimensions. Nowadays, we have different computer software such as Adobe, Pencil 2D, etc.
Now we are ready. Have you heard about the platform Scratch?
Yes, isn't it a software that uses bots to code?
Software that uses bots to code? That is correct. Have you guys heard about Scratch?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Do you remember us making a project?
Oh yes, I do. Let's show them our project. Darshika, can you show them our project?
Darshika, are you facing any issue in sharing your screen?
Sir, like I'm having a little issue with sharing the screen.
Right. Can we have
Yes, yes, I can share my screen. second, sir.
Sure, don't worry. Take your time.
Thank you, sir.
David, is it visible to you?
Sir, I have not started presenting yet. It's not loading.
All right. How about Darshika? Has it loaded for you?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to load the animation and share it here?
No, sir.
Sir, it's fine. It's coming.
Yeah, all right. Devananda, has it loaded yet? Otherwise, we can do it towards the end. Don't worry about it.
Sir, maybe do it towards the end.
Yeah, you can do that. No worries. We'll continue it towards the end. Thank you. Over to the anchors. Judges will come back to their project towards the end.
Akash, they can
That's fine. That's fine.
Akash, they can talk about the project.
All right. Mr. Douglas, over to you. Yeah.
Yeah, they are not done, right? Are they going to come back and complete?
Mr. Douglas, they're yet to show their animation. However, basis their presentation, if you have any questions for them, you can ask them now, and we can show the animation towards the end if that's all right.
Oh, okay. I like the project animation because using Scratch and other platforms, students can acquire these skills. So it's a good one for me. It's a good start for them as well. And they should keep coding. They should keep creating new innovation for everybody. And it's fine for now. The project is good. I would like to see the final one and see how they are able to create the animation. But the presentation for me is the best. Yeah. Thank you. So it will not be a question, but it's just.
Yeah, Darshika and Devananda, excited to see your presentation will be seen. The project will be seen probably at the end of the session. Don't worry about it. Just work on uploading it. You may get some time. I'm really excited to listen about the project. By the way, you have done some good research, Devananda and Darshika. Would you like to name a couple of best animation companies of the world?
Sir, applications or companies that make animation?
Companies that is working.
So there is Disney and which make animated movies.
So she said Disney. For your clarification.
Oh, yeah, that's number one. That's number one. The good research you have done and you have learned. Okay, awaiting to see your project. Okay, at the end. Can go to the next candidate.
Yeah. Devananda and Darshika, great job. Don't worry, we shall be presenting your animation. Nothing to worry about. These technical glitches are a part and parcel of it. Don't worry about it, right? All the best. Thank you. Over to you, Ankus.
Moving on, we have Kailash Vishwanath Subhash, Alena Anish, Ameya Ajay, and Meghna Mahesh of grade 6. These young folks love working with and learning about electronics as a field, and we are keen on being on the cutting edge of technology.
TV gives everyone an image, but FM radio gives birth to 1,000,000 images in 1,000,000 brains. Hello everyone. To start with, I'm sure that all of us would have heard of FM radio, as they've been an inevitable part of our grandparents' generation. At that period of time, radio were the only means of communication and only way to know what was happening around the world. Radios were widely used during the wars as means of communication. Today also we know that radio frequencies are used in walkie-talkies by police and emergency services. Today we are going to tell you a little in detail about FM radio. But before that, I would like to know how many of you are aware of how an FM radio works? Okay, now how did FM radio get its name? Does anybody know? Okay. Do you know who invented FM radio? Okay, no problem, because moving on, you will get the answer to all these questions. Let's get started. Introduction. It is one of the most significant and useful invention of modern science. Radio broadcast can provide information and entertainment. It also provides recent updates about news to the listeners.
What the model radio does. So we've created a model radio and it can identify signals of your selected frequency and convert them into audio so that you can hear. We can also change the volume and the frequency. This is a picture of our creation. So these two are batteries. This is a switch to on and off your circuit. This is a potentiometer to increase and decrease the volume. This is our speaker. The yellow color number 29 is our amplifier, and number 55 is how we change the selected frequencies. The wire is our antenna.
Who invented FM radio? It was invented in 1933 by an American engineer, Edwin Howard Armstrong. He laid the foundation for much of modern radio and electronic circuitry, including regenerative and superheterodyne circuits and the frequency modulation.
Communication. FM stands for frequency modulation. So we are going to talk about how an FM receives and transmits signals. So first, it receives the audio signal that you record, it amplifies it and generates a carrier wave so that the voice can be sent to a farther distance. And then it gets multiplied, finally amplified and sent out through the antenna. Meanwhile, on the receiver side, it gets the audio, the signals through the antenna, and then it demodulates it and gets your frequency, and finally amplifies it and gives your output as audio.
It may seem a bit curious. What do you mean by RF? RF means radio frequency. So you may call that frequency mixer too. The definition of an RF mixer is It's a three-loud passive or active device that can demodulate and modulate signals. It can demodulate and modulate signals, and it has three connections called ports in radio engineering language. What the RF mixer does? It mainly does that it converts signals from one frequency to another.
IF filters enable radio to receive only desired signal while rejecting all other unwanted signals. It helps improve signal to noise ratio. This modulated signal is now used in the transmitter using same process. As the name suggests, audio amplifiers amplifies the received audio signal. The processed signal is then sent to the loudspeakers. Main advantages are it has improved noise ratio about 25 decibels. It has smaller geographical interference between neighboring stations. It has less radiated power. It has well-defined service areas for given transmitter power. The main disadvantages are it cannot cover large areas, it is very complex and expensive in transmitting and receiving equipment of frequency modulation. In wider channels, 200 kHz are necessary for FM, and for better signals, the antennas for FM needs to be placed closely.
Now we would like to share a video of our project. Future plans. So in the future, we intend to add an inbuilt AI voice recognition so that we can listen to a particular DJ song. Hence, it's more personalized for the user. We also want to add a USB service so that you can record your favorite songs and then listen to it later.
With that, we are ending our presentation. Hope you knew more about FM.
Judges, your feedback, please.
Kailash, Alena, Amaya, and Meghna. I really appreciate the effort that you have taken in bringing up FM, which is a new trend of today. I'm afraid that whether I missed anywhere, have you mentioned anywhere who invented radio, not FM, who invented radio?
Yes.
Have you mentioned that anywhere? Can you tell me who invented video?
Edwin Howard Armstrong.
That is FM. But radio, the basic radio.
So we didn't mention.
No, exactly, Elena, that is there. Macroni, who is an Italian inventor in 1836 or something, quite back, exactly. I don't remember the year. It is quite impressive. I asked this question because I have been informed it is a research-based project. That is what. I have to ask you one more question about which is the best or the biggest FM in India.
So biggest FM channel or?
Channel.
So it goes till 108.
Radio Mirchi.
I think it is Big FM 92.7, possibly. Have you heard about Big FM? Okay, you definitely would have heard about 92.7.
Yes.
All right, good effort, children, and very relevant. And the prototype I found very interesting, and I wish you all the very best for further innovation in the field of technology with the team. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Douglas, we can hear you.
Yes, the team have done very well looking at radio frequency technology. It's also another one of the main important technologies that we have. It has been around for some time now. I would like to ask, what is the range? At what range are you transmitting?
So it's between 88 and 108 megahertz.
Okay, so and what is the distance?
It depends on the transmitting side.
Yeah, so at what distance are you transmitting?
So, Kailash, can you maybe give the range if you have a range in mind?
I
think it's 50,
Yes.
60 kilometers.
Small distance.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Or
Douglas,
you didn't
back at your end. We were not able to hear you very clearly.
check that.
I think it's all right. We can move to the next project. Over to you, anchors. Thank you, sir. Thank you, judges.
Next up,
Yeah.
we have Aryan Abhilesh, Pranav V, and Rishi Raji, a group of logical thinkers who have worked on prototype to enhance home security of individuals and families.
The device in front of us. Have you ever thought how it can think like us? Well, it's because of computational thinking. Good evening, everyone. My name is Aryan Abhilash from Phi Sunflower.
My name is Pranavi from Phi Sunflower.
I think Rishi is facing some internet issues. You can take it forward, guys.
So, what is computational thinking? Computational thinking is the mental skill to apply concepts, methods, problem solving techniques, and logic reasoning obtained from computing and computer science to solve problems. The four elements of computational thinking are decomposition,
Break a problem down into smaller pieces,
pattern recognition,
finding similarities between things,
pattern abstraction,
use specific methods to make one solution work for multiple problems,
and algorithm design.
a list of steps you can follow to finish a task.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm still on the first slide. Can you maybe reshare your screen because we're still able to see the red screen?
Sir, can you?
Yeah, we are still able to see the first screen. Can you go to the third slide?
Please enable editing your screen, enable editing and try.
Yeah, you have to click on enable it.
You can tell me what you want to do. Yeah, exactly.
Sir,
Yeah, present again.
1 second, I'll enable editing.
Try again.
Yes. So there's a problem with my
No
there's a
worries. No worries, Aryan. We'll have Janissa ma'am sharing the screen for you. Give her a minute. Yeah, you can go ahead. You can continue from your third slide, where you left. Yeah.
ma'am, that isn't the correct presentation.
Yeah, it seems so. Seems so. The current presentation only this security system. So Aryan, don't worry, be relaxed and just present it again. And
Yes.
at the same time, the other side.
So can we do a like project after some time?
There's no need, Aryan. Don't worry about it. We have the presentation. You can carry on. Carry on.
No. Sir, can you see?
Yeah, we can. You can proceed with this PPT. Yeah.
So what is our project?
our
Our
project is
project is
our project is going to be a security system related to computational thinking and IoT. What's computational thinking?
So what is a security system? A security system safeguards a home or building from intruders by securing entry points like doors and windows as well as its interior space. Our project is going to be a laser security system. What is IoT? The Internet of Things, IoT, describes the network of physical objects that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the Internet. However, all complete IoT systems are the same in that they represent the integration of four distinct components. They are sensors or devices.
A sensor is a device that detects and responds to some type of input from the physical environment. The input can be light, heat, motion, moisture, pressure, or any number of other environmental phenomena.
Connectivity.
IoT connected IoT connectivity is how an IoT device, which can be anything from simple sensor in a factory to a self-driving vehicle and encompasses applications from streetlights to robots, connects to the cloud, other devices, and integration points such as IoT gateways.
Data processing.
Wikipedia explains data processing, the collection and the manipulation of items of data to produce meaningful information. In other words, the purpose of data processing is to convert raw data into something useful.
And user interface.
The user interface consists of the detail by which a user interacts with with a computer system. This includes screens, pages, buttons, icons, forms, etc.
Now, what is an artificial brain? Has anyone programmed or made a project with an artificial brain?
Yes.
Well, an artificial brain or artificial mind is software and hardware with mental abilities similar to those of the animal and human brain. Examples: Arduino, Raspberry Pi, Node MCU, etc.
So which is the artificial brain used for this project? The artificial brain used for this project is going to be Node MCU. It is made by specific systems. It's an IoT device and we are using it because it's inexpensive and compact.
Now, what are the components used in this project?
The components used in this project are Node MCU, Bloodboard, jumper wires, buzzer, laser and LDR sensor, Arduino IDE, and Blink.
Now, what are sensors used in this project? The sensors used in this project are laser and LDR. In the laser and LDR sensor, the laser module shoots a beam of red light and hits the LDR. When someone moves something between the beam of light, the light stops hitting the LDR and then it sends to the artificial brain that something was detected, which turns on the alarm. Why are we using a laser and not a normal LED? We are using a laser and not a normal LED because a laser has more light range than a normal LED. The maximum light range of the laser we are using are 104 feet, 32 meters. Now, how did we make the project? Firstly, we did all the preparations in Blink.
Then we coded the code in Blink.
Then we attached jumper wires, LED, buzzer, and Node MCU to the breadboard. Then we connected the Node MCU to the laptop. After that, we typed the codes in Arduino IDE. Then we gave it a shot. How LED works in our project? In our project, we use three colors of LED. They are blue, green, and red. When our project is processing, the blue light comes. When there is enough light for the LDR, the green light comes. When there is not enough light for LDR or the beam hits something, the red light comes. Here is a working video of our project.
Sham, can we show the video of the project?
Thank you.
We would like to see the video of the project. We could not see that.
Sir?
Yeah. Right. Aryan, Pranav, and Rishi, I really appreciate the vivid explanation of the project, how you created it. It was fantabulous. Well-researched topic, and I can see the promising young brains of India working there. Congratulations for that wonderful project you have come up. I have a question that, one of the major security features that we use is for home security. Do you know that who invented the home security system?
No, sir, we don't know.
It was Van Britton Brown. You can search later. Let me just ask you one thing. Before the technology, we still had security system. Do you know what that we used, especially for night security?
Guards.
Okay. Of course,
Guards.
guards were there.
I don't know, maybe traps.
There will be traps. Fire was one indication that has been used in the ancient time. Okay, anyway, brilliant. To the class.
Okay. Thank you. Security systems and alerts. I saw that in your presentation you were talking about IoT, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, IoT, Internet of Things, is one of the major disruptive technology that is emerging now. And a lot of research is being done around that area. And to be able to have IoT for security is also an innovative idea that you people have decided to work on it. I like your presentation. I do not want to ask any question, but I want to say it's a good step. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That was really innovative. Kudos to you, team. Let's all give them a thundering applause.
Audience, it's now time for the second question. Like before, we believe the Google form is in the chat. Time is ticking and you have 2 minutes to submit your answers. To proceed further, we now have Aditi A, Alka Mariam Lulu, and Manasa R. Babu, who are driven by the idea of how mimicking nature can lead to great innovation.
Good evening, everyone. Today, we three students from Grade 5 Buttercup, Aditi A, Alka Mariam Lulu, and Manasa R. Babu, are here to talk about the process of revolutionary creations being copied by humans to solve complex human problems. Now, imagine if your phone fell. The screen doesn't break once and for all, like the screen doesn't break all of a sudden. Why does it not break? Today, we are going to answer that question through our presentation. Humans have been trying to soar high in the sky for many years, right from Leonardo da Vinci's bird learning habit to create a flying machine to the Wright brothers' first plane, which only lasted a few seconds, to the plane we have currently. Many changes have been made to the earlier versions, and the plane now is much developed than the earlier versions. But one thing that hasn't changed is the inspiration and base behind it. The base and inspiration of the plane is taken from our flying friends, birds. The plane has copied various features of the birds, such as its wings, tail, beak, and so on. The plane has basically copied the bird's features. This is an example of a process known as biomimicry. Biomimicry is basically copying from nature's best creations to solve complex human problems. The question we asked ourselves earlier is also an example of biomimicry. The phone screen does not break once and for all because when it falls down, the cracks appear in a spider web-like pattern which prevent it from breaking once and for all. There are three main types of biomimicry. The first one is copying the form and shape. Like we saw earlier, the plane has copied the bird's form and shape, such as its wings and tail. The second one is copying the process, such as photosynthesis in a leaf. And which has been applied to a solar panel. The third one is copying an entire ecosystem level, such as building an entire nature-inspired city. There are many examples of biomimicry. For a moment, let's look down to our shoes. Velcro. Velcro is an item that helps to hold two pieces of fabric together. This is an example of biomimicry. The inspiration came when a man was out walking his dog and the dog ran into a bush known as burr. So when the dog came out of the bush, the seeds of this plant was stuck in his fur. So when the man went back to his house, he took these seeds and popped them under the microscope and was amazed to see the engineering behind it, which later became the inspiration for Velcro. Another example we have here is butterfly and fashion technology. In this, basically the wings of a butterfly is taken as an inspiration for a dress. This explains to us that biomimicry can be used in various fields such as agriculture, architecture, construction, energy, materials chemistry, and so on, since microbes and plants are nature's best creators. Over to you, Alka.
Learning from termites, internal climate control system. The Eastgate building built by Mick Pierce is designed to be ventilated and be cooled by entirely natural means. It is probably the first building in the world to use natural cooling to this level of sophistication. In the 1990s, Mick Pierce, the building's architect, took his inspirations from mounds built by fungus farming termites he saw on a nature show. The insects created their own air conditioning systems that circulated hot and cool air between the mound and the outside. The materials used to create this building are materials that boast a high thermal mass, meaning they absorb a lot of heat, along with the heat generated by the building's occupants and machinery.
Alka, could you give us a recap?
Of course, Aditi. The Eastgate building, built by Mick Pierce, is designed to be ventilated and be cooled by entirely natural means. It was probably the first building in the world to use natural cooling to this level of sophistication. The East Gate is made of concrete and brick, materials that boast a high thermal mass, meaning they absorb a lot of heat. In March 1991, he was assigned to make a building that cools itself, and it uses 35% less energy than other buildings. Over to you, Manasa.
Superhydrophobic surface structure of the lotus leaf. The Chinese umbrella's history goes way back. It was created 3,500 years ago. In China, a Chinese carpenter, Lu Ban, invented the first umbrella. It was inspired off of children using lotus leaves as rain shelter. The umbrella is made by a flexible framework covered by a cloth. Thus, the first umbrella was made. Moving on to the future of biomimicry.
Wait a minute, I have some questions related to biomimicry. Aditi, why are the whales flippers bumpy?
Whale flippers are bumpy because this helps reduce drag as they glide through the ocean.
And Manasa, why do maple seeds twirl when they fall?
Maple seeds twirl when they fall because this helps them descend slowly as they fall to the ground.
And how do geckos walk on walls?
I'm not sure, Alka. Could you tell us?
Of course. The tiny hairs on the gecko's feet help maximize the contact with the surfaces. This increases suction.
Oh my god. All the questions you asked today has spiked my inspiration. I'm beginning to question myself. What can you learn from the living world and what can you invent? I'll always be inspired by these mimic makers.
The future of biomimicry. In the future, biomimicry will have a greater impact in all our lives. Biomimicry will be used to build houses, cars, and so on. Thus, it will be used a lot more than our present times.
Thank you. Thank you.
May I request the judges to give their feedback?
Hello?
Dear, yeah, just Douglas, please go ahead.
Over to you, Mr. Douglas. Mr. Douglas, you're on mute. I'm sorry. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, this is a very educative moment for me, especially learning about this project. You did very well, and I like it. The fact that you were talking about how we can even apply this to energy conservation, because energy demands in buildings and other things are going up, and people are looking at ways of minimizing energy waste and all of that. We can pick up from this angle, learn from this concept and make our housing more energy efficient, right? So I really like what you have presented today. Thank you to your team.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, ladies, for that wonderful presentation. It was an amazing, innovative concept. Every secret of the world is there in already. Our observation is, in fact, bringing it out. A lot of examples of natural from various living organism. We have taken example and brought up outstanding inventions from that. I'm sure that you young generation will come up and bring magic. By the way, I was curious to know from you, what would have been inspired the bullet train?
Sir, the Kingfisher has inspired the bullet train Shinkansen. So the bullet train actually it had a blunt end. So when it went through the tunnel and it came out, it made a boom sound, which had distracted the residential areas nearby. So the engineer was an avid bird watcher. So he took inspiration from a kingfisher and made the front a bit more pointed, which helped it to go even faster and reduce and did not allow the sonic boom to happen.
I can see one Nobel Prize laureate very much here, Aditi. Anyway, Alka and Mansa, amazing presentation, outstanding research. Wonderful children, really promising one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
The project was indeed brilliant and thoughtful team biomimicry. Let us give them a big hand.
Unfortunately, there are 450,000 accidents that take place every year in India. Our next champ, as Sri Priya Lal, realizes the gravity of the problems and has something to offer.
Over to you, Sri Priya. Sri Priya, if you could please unmute yourself.
Good evening all, I'm Sri Priya from San Papi and I'm here to present my project and my topic is SOS umbrella. So now there are a lot of accidents or the troubles we are facing nowadays without SOS. So before we come to that, let's just come to see what SOS is. But before that, let's just think that we are stuck on a deserted island and there's no signal. And so I bet you have seen this in a movie. So if you recall the message written in it, in the sea, sure you will be able to find that it's SOS. So now what does an SOS stands for? So an SOS people usually say that an SOS stands for save a ship or save us all, but it actually doesn't stand for neither. It's a continuous Morse code made up of 3 dots, 3 dashes, and again 3 dots that run along a straight line with no spaces or full stops. Since the 3 dots form the letter S and the 3 dashes form O, in International Morse code, the signal came to be known as SOS. The connection has led the letters coming into their own as a visual signal divorced from the Morse code, and those in need of rescue sometimes spell them out on the ground to see from the above. So the history of SOS. So before the SOS Morse code was adopted as a standard distress signal, each country and organization had their own individual alert system. The US Navy used NC, the Marconi company used CQD, and all German operators were mandated to use their own Morse code. This was confusing and potentially dangerous, and it meant that a ship in distress in foreign waters had a language barrier to overcome, which would be the rescuers, even if by using international Morse code. Because of this and the other issues, various countries decided together and discussed on laying the idea of some international regulations for the radio telegraph communication. So now, before we come to the problems, let's just imagine that the sun has gone down and it's getting dark and you are alone. and you find yourselves in the street that you have never come across, and you're being followed by two unknown people or two strangers who you don't know. And so this is a big issue that our society is facing in these days. And how can we find help during these situations? So before we come to the solution, let's just go through some problems we face. And the problems we face during these type of situations are like being kidnapped or being drowned or getting lost or accidents. And now the solution is to have an SOS system, but we can't have a mobile with us as for our security, because there's a high chance that the battery may go off. So we have come up with the solution of now having an SOS system attached to an umbrella. So the components required for this are a GPS, GSM, Arduino Nano, push button, jumbo wires, battery, extra. So the two main components are GPS and a GSM. A GPS stands for Global Positioning System. It was invented by Ivan A. Jetting, Bradford Parkinson, and Roger L. Easton Easton. It is owned by the DoD, also known as the Department of Defense. GSM module. GSM stands for Global System of Mobile Communication. Martin Cooper, Eric Tigerstedt, and W. Ray Young invented GSM. It is owned by the ETSA, also known as the European Telecommunication Standards Institute. This is the circuit image. So how it works? So there will be a button, and when we press on it, a message will be sent to a mobile through the GSM with the location by the GPS. So the advantages and the disadvantages. The advantage is this, that the site is very small, can easily connect to Google Map, cannot be noticed that easily, always there for help, easy to use, rechargeable, and fast mode of operation and rescue procedure. Disadvantages: can only be used outdoors, hard to find 2G in the future, can be used on satellite prone areas only, prototype is bulky, battery charge challenge, and network problems will affect the speed. So our future plan is to attach this SOS system to handbags, watches, walking sticks, smartphones, chains, lockets, keychains, belts, etc. So now this is a code. Thank you.
Over to the judges. Yes, Mr. Douglas.
Yes, this an innovative project. I like this as well. I want to ask this simple question. Which language you are using an Arduino, right?
What, sir?
Did you use an Arduino in your project?
You are using Arduino in your project, right?
Yes, sir.
So who did the programming?
In which language did you do the coding or programming?
Sir, English.
No, as in the code that you have written, right? So
yeah, the code
you
is
showed on your Google Doc.
Yes.
I'm sure it's in one of the programming language. So which language that is what Mr. Douglas is asking?
Sir, I guess it's Java.
It's Java. All right.
It's supposed to be C or C++. Right. I checked the code. You know, when you share the code, it's either C or C++, where you can use the Arduino for, right? Yes, maybe you got help and you're able to come up. But the most important thing is the idea. I don't expect that you should be able to do all this high level thing, but the concept is good, and the presentation is on point, and it's scalable. This is also scalable as well to help even people in distress situation. They can even use your device and call for help. So it's a good project. I like it. Yeah. Thank you.
Sripriya, it is a very good effort. Individually, you have done a good research and the final coding. Have you ever anywhere mentioned in your project who is the owner of SOS?
No, sir.
Can you tell me if you have explored that area too?
No, sir. So I just know that that the countries got together and together made this SOS.
Okay. So the SOS Children's Village is founded in Austria by Herman. Probably you may read more about that in the days to come. Good effort. And I think the final part of the project I really liked. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shripriya. Great work. Over to you, anchors.
Awesome work, Shripriya. Kudos to you.
Moving on, we have a group that is full of compassionate folks. The life of an amputee is not easy, and this group empathizes with them. Let's welcome Abhinavajit, Anandi Sundaram, Gauri Parvati, Janvi Krishnan, Aniket P. Dushyant, and Janvi Shet with a round of applause.
Yes, team, you can begin.
Sir, can you see the slides?
Yes, we can. You may proceed.
Yes.
Very good evening to you all. Today, me and my team are going to be presenting about robots. A robot generally refers to any machine which can be coded to do a specific function or task. The branch of coding this robot and designing it is known as robotics.
How are robots being used? Robots are used in a lot of ways nowadays. Robots are used in material handling and can be easily programmed to handle objects. Machine handling is the use of robots' simple capability to transport objects. Machine tending. Robotic machine tending is the process of robots system to automatically unload and load items. Painting. Robots can paint objects at a much faster precision than human workers. Picking, packing, palletizing, assembly, mechanical cutting, deburring, polishing, gluing, adhesive sealing, and many others are done by robots at greater speed and precision than human workers.
Thank you, Anandi. Now let us look about the types of robots. Handing over to Gauri.
So, as of now, we know what are robots, isn't it? But what all might be the types of robots? Let's discuss about them. First are the pre-programmed robots. So these robots get operated using built-in functionaries where it operates in a controlled environment, where the simple and monotonous tasks are performed efficiently. And the tasks performed by these robots are faster and more efficient than humans. And an example of this type of robot is a mechanical arm. So humanoids. What is a humanoid? A humanoid robot is a robot with its body shape built to resemble the human body. But what's the use of this design? Well, this design may be for functional purposes such as interacting with human tools or environments for experimental purposes. And two of the most prominent examples of humanoids are Hanson Robotics Sophia and Boston Dynamics Atlas. Next, the autonomous robots. These robots are totally independent and it does not depend on human operators for its functioning. So it is being used in places where human supervision is not required, where the tasks are carried out in an open environment. And an example of this type of robot is the Roomba vacuum cleaner.
Now, let us see about the advantages and disadvantages of robots. First, Let us look at the advantages. The first and the most important one being accuracy. Robots are much more accurate than humans and they work exactly how they are instructed to do. Second one, work efficiency. Robots are much more efficient than humans and they can do their work much more faster than humans. Better work conditions. With robots, we can do dangerous works easily, like lifting a heavy rock, which will damage the human arm if a human tries to do it. Now, as well as advantages, there are also a few disadvantages. The first one being job losses. In the future, if robots start replacing humans, it will lead to a lot of job losses, which can affect the economy. Constant monitoring. Robots always need constant monitoring of humans to assure there isn't any fault or problem with it. High costs. Robots have a very high cost due to which normal people are not being able to afford it nowadays. Now, let us move into another important part of the topic robotics. Those are bionic arms. Next slide. So, what are bionic arms? Bionic arms are basically electromechanical devices. It can be attached to the human body and can also function like the normal hand. So, bionic arms were actually invented for people whose hands or arms were amputated. So, it could help them lead better lives. Next. Now, let us see how a bionic arm works. So, before learning that, we need to know that there are special sensors in the arms. So, a bionic arm works by picking up signals from the muscles of a user. When a user puts on their bionic arm, special sensors detect tiny naturally generated signals, and these signals are then converted into hand movement. Now, these are a few components of bionic arm: microprocessors, sensors, batteries, which are the most important part, prosthetic components, control systems. Now, let us look about the types of sensors. Handing over to Janvi.
Bionic arms are advanced prosthetic devices that are designed to replicate the function of a natural human. To achieve this, bionic arms rely on a variety of sensors to detect the user's movements and intent, and then translate those signals into corresponding movements of the prosthetic. Next slide. A myoelectric sensor. A myoelectric sensor in a bionic arm detects and interprets the electrical signals generated by muscles to control movement. It can also enable intuitive and natural control of a bionic arm by using the wearer's own muscle signals to control movements. Next slide. A
Handing over
position
to Janvi. Janvi.
Position sensors. A position sensor is a sensor that detects an object's position. It may indicate the absolute position of the object or its relative position in terms of linear travel, rotational angle, or three-dimensional space. Electromyography sensors, or the EMG sensors. It is one that measures small electrical signals generated by our muscles when we move them. Next. Ultrasonic range sensors is an electronic device that measures the distance of a target object by emitting ultrasonic sound waves and converts the reflected sound into an electrical signal.
So, this is the prototype of the prosthetic arm we made. You can play the video.
Taking time to load.
Yeah,
No,
it
let's wait for a few seconds. If not, maybe somebody else can do it. Can someone else? Oh yeah, it's here.
It's working.
the first slide. So now finally, let us look about the future.
Is there an issue, Abhinav?
The next slide is not popping.
No worries. You can go. You can turn off the slideshow mode for now, and maybe try then. It's all right, Abhinav.
Someone deleted the slide.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You can just conclude right now with. You don't need to. Anyways, it's your last slide, right? You can conclude it without that. Yeah. One of you, can you conclude the project? Do you want to say?
This was a project about bionic arms. We have made a prototype, but it's at the very basic level. Like it cannot move objects like the normal bionic arm can do, but it can move its fingers and do the basic tasks. So in the future, we wish to make changes in our prototype and enable it in such a way that it can move heavier objects and we can perform more functions with it.
You would also like to enhance the material it's made up of. Right now, it's like just 3D printed. We like to make it like a metalish kind of design.
It is also 3D printed. It's a 3D printed model. It has all the available sensors we have.
All right, great job, guys. Over to the anchors.
I request the judges to give their valuable feedbacks.
Nicholas, would you like to go first? Yeah, I'll just come in. Abhinav and Anandi, Gauri, Janak, Aniket, and Janvi. Well researched and great effort that you have put. One of the project which will be very, very supportive to human. Of course, all other technologies are useful, but this is for people, especially who lose some of the part of their body and it can be replaced. In that way, it is very creative in its nature. And I think a lot of effort that you have put to make the basic prototype and a good research has gone into it. I have a question to the team that no, I'm just excited to know whether this prototype, whether we can this prosthetic arm or any other or part of the body can be permanently fixed with the body, natural body. Hello.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Can you please?
I was asking that whether this prosthetic arm or legs or any other body part that we make can be permanently fixed and then with the natural body.
In the future, it could be.
Yes, sir. With more advancements in technology, it could probably be possible in the future.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right now, because of the materials, it might get damaged. So it's not like permanent.
Okay. Yeah, read through. That is something exciting to know that whether the natural body can grow into the prosthetic. Okay, I wish all of you to read out further, but wonderful of it.
Over to you, Mr.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you well.
Yeah, prosthetics is one of the important areas that that requires attention because people by accident get their hands or their limbs chopped off. This kind of solutions is going to help a lot of people maybe to benefit from such an innovation. And one of the key technology that is taking over in this particular areas when you talk about bionics is 3D printing, right? 3D printing. So 3D modeling, 3D printing is very key. I would like to ask whether you did a 3D modeling yourself.
Can you
So
repeat
no,
it?
sir. We had the help of the How and Why community to make the prosthetic up.
The model is
Oh,
actually, the prototype is actually 3D printed.
okay, so yeah, if you had help, it's fine. So the process you learn about how the 3D printer works and then the time it takes. I'm sure it took you a lot of time to get these things together. And then it will also require some level of electronics and to be able to put all these things together. Some are using Arduino. You can use Arduino Nano or any of the Arduino boards, and then you connect the flex sensors to it, and then you need some servo motors and connect them to be able to control it. Others are more static. You don't need any electronics. You just have to fix them and all of that. So this is good. It's going to benefit a lot of
Sir, we
people.
actually took like 3 to 4 days to make this.
Okay,
Right?
that's good. Yeah, printing takes time. I've tried it in the past. I have printed parts like that, so I know a lot of work that you have put into this. Kudos to your team. Yeah, good work.
Great job, guys. Over to the anchors. Anchors, there's a kind request. Please wait until you're spotlighted and then start speaking. Thank you.
A very thoughtful and innovative project team, Prosthetic Art. Audience, it's time for the final question of the day. Sure, you already know by now that your 2 minutes have already begun. All the best. We will have a series of 6 questions continued in tomorrow's event.
Our next group is deeply passionate about the world of satellites and its facilitates communication. Let us welcome Adityan RS, Achut Krishna S to present the project. Over to you guys.
So can you see my screen?
Yes,
yeah.
You may begin.
Communication through satellites. Communication through satellites, as you have seen in this image, this is the image that is used when satellite was there, and this is the image that before the satellite was invented. As you have observed, there are the satellite image is more accurate than the other one. Cartography. It is the process of making a map since the ancient period. The need of satellites. Satellites are needed for navigation, weather forecasting, and more. So, I am. So my friend Achut is going to explain the rest.
We communicate using satellites, and transmitting happens when a satellite or a ground station sends data in the form of radio wave signals. And receiving happens when these radio wave signals are received and processed for information.
How does transmission work in a satellite? So types of communication. There are three types of communication: telecommunication, broadcasting, and data communication. Telecommunication. Telecommunication is when wired when a device is when we communicate it through wired network. Broadcasting is when video or audio is used as a mode of communication. Data communication is when data is exchanged through connected or disconnected devices. So Achyut is going to explain the rest.
Yes, Achyut, are you able to speak?
Adi, could you please go to the next slide?
Sorry?
Could you please forward to the next slide?
Can you please go to the next slide, Adityan?
Okay. Starlink.
So, Starlink is a group of satellites designed by SpaceX for high-speed network. It provides network coverage for over 48 countries.
So GPS in full is known as Global Positioning System. One unit, it is mostly used in USA. It is 20 meters. Its accuracy is 20 meters. So Navic is developed by India. Its accuracy is 5 to 10. It is developed for army uses. Thank you. So,
over to you, judges.
Thank you, Adityan and Achyut. It was quite informative, but I also think that you would have done a little more research. But by the way, a very interesting topic in aerospace engineering becoming one of the major career option for a lot of technologists over here in the days to come. Adityan and Achyut, do you know how many artificial satellites are there around the Earth as on today?
Approximate rate, really it can't be counted because since the satellite was invented, most of the satellites are there. So this I can only say an approximate rate, and the most popular satellite is GPS.
Yeah, but what number?
An approximate rate. It's billions of satellites are
artificial satellites around the Earth. I am asking. It is approximately 6,500 plus a little more. By the way, let us look into. We are quite an improvised nation in case of satellite launching. Any idea about what is the total number of satellites launched by India?
Launched by India.
We have a commercial satellite launching facility now.
Yes,
we make a good money out of it.
So 400, I guess.
Yeah, it is 385. By the way, Adityan, do you know who takes care of satellite launching in India? Which organization?
The ISRO.
Can you say the full form of it?
Sir, could you repeat?
Can you expand the name ISRO?
The full form of
Indian Space Research Organization.
Wonderful. I can see Adityan moving into once known as an ISRO scientist in the days to come, Adityan and Achyut. Okay, well done, boys.
Over to you, Mr. Douglas.
Yeah, thank you, for this opportunity again. Communication and satellite is a very tough area. And if you've taken the initiative to bring more light on in that area, it's also another lucrative career that you can pursue, right? In terms of satellite now, most countries are trying to launch into space and get their name there, right? So having bring this to this level where you've done some detailed research around communication and satellites, I think it's a good one. You've done well. I appreciate what you and your team have done. I wouldn't ask any question, but I would like to say thank you for what you've done.
All right, just a side note here, you might notice that Achat is not in uniform. It's because he has joined us from a hospital, and such is the dedication of our students that even though whatever conditions that they are in, they have joined us. And so can we all clap for Achat? Thank you, Achat, for joining. Please.
Thank you.
All right, over to you, host, anchors.
I totally loved your project team. Keep it up.
Next up, we have Advait Arun, Anamika P. Nair, Gendav P. Josh, Hanna and Vimon, Mitra Mahesh, Ritvik KR, Shivani Subhash, and Vedant Nair. These folks are known for their computational thinking and are deeply passionate about drone technology.
Can we have all the students of this group raise their hand, please, so that we can spotlight you quickly?
So, hi, my name is Vedant, and these are my teammates of my presentation. So, that includes Anamika, Shivani, Gyan, Ritvik, Advait, and Hannah. So, we all like to discover new lands for traveling to far places. Most of the people use airplanes. Imagine that your job is to study about things outside Asia. You are flying from India to Asia by plane. Your plane is controlled by a pilot in India who is not there in flight. Now you may not believe this, but in the future you will be traveling like this, but not through airplanes, through drones. So welcome to our project drone technology and welcome to our project drone technology. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, what do you, Gyan, are you there?
Yes.
So what is a drone? You might be thinking what a drone is. You heard it in the introduction and also in the title. That will be explained by my friend Advait.
A drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle, also known as a flying robot, that a pilot does not need to control from inside it. So you may be thinking how it's controlled. So it can be controlled by remote control, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth. Next, the parts of a drone will be explained by my friend Ritvik.
Thank you, Advait. Parts of a drone. Motor. An electrical motor is an electrical machine that converts and regulates the speed of an electrical Electrical motor is an electrical machine that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. ESC. An ESC is an electronic circuit that controls and regulates the speed of an electrical motor. Flight controller boards. The flight controller boards is the brain of the computer. It controls and regulates motors and ESC. It is an electronic board in which sensors, propellers, communication protocols, and transmitter pins are installed. Propellers. A device that consists of a central hub with radiating blades placed and twisted so that each forms a helical surface. Next, how does a drone fly would be explained by my friend Yagi.
A drone has four rotors. Two of them Two of them go clockwise while the other two go counterclockwise. There are four controls: throttle control, pitch control, roll control, and yaw control. Throttle control. To move down, all the four rotors will be going at low speed. To move up, all the four rotors will be going at high speed. Pitch control. To move forward, all the front rotors will be going at high speed while the front rotors will be going at low speed. To move backwards, the front rotors will be going at high speed while the back rotors will be going at low speed. Roll control and yaw control will be explained by my friend Advait. Thank you, Ken. Roll control. So if we want to bend a drone left or right, we use roll control. So if we want to bend left, the right two motors will be spinning in high speed that allows it to bend left. If we want to bend right, the left two motors will be spinning in high speed that allows it to bend right. Yaw control. So if we want to rotate a drone clockwise or anti-clockwise, we use yaw control. So if we want to rotate clockwise, the second motor and the third motor will be spinning in high speed that allows it to rotate clockwise. If we want to rotate anti-clockwise, the first motor and the last motor will be spinning in high speed. Next, the uses of drones will be explained by my friend Han. So, what are the uses of drone? So, the uses of drone are makes inspection more efficient, helps greatly with scientific matter, makes delivery easier, helps emergency responders save life, military applications, great for recording your video and capturing photos, expressing, delivering, and shipping. Gathering information, supply essential during disasters, search and rescue operations. Do you know during flood and corona, our rescue was for the people who lost hope. Thank you.
So the sensors of a drone will be the sensors in a drone will be explained by my friend Shivan.
Thank you, Vedant. 3-axis gyroscope and 3-axis accelerometers are suitable for application where high-performance angular motion sensor is needed. These sensors support a wide range of applications, including motion UI, sports, and image stabilization. Magnetometer. Magnetometer is used to measure the magnetic field on the Earth. Barometer. Barometer is an instrument measuring atmospheric pressure used especially in forecasting the weather and determining altitude. Distance sensor. Distance sensors are used for determining the distance of an object from another object or obstacle without any physical contact involved.
The types of a drone. So there are basically the four main types of drones are multi-rotor drone. They are called multi-rotor drone because they have more than one rotor. More commonly, tricopters they have 3 rotors. Quadcopters they have 4 rotors. Heptacopters they are 6 rotors. So and there are many other drones uh, like octocopters and etc. And a fixed wing drone. A fixed wing drone has one rigid wing that is designed to look and work like an airplane, providing the lift rather than vertical lift rotors. Hence, this drone type only needs the energy to move forward and not to hold itself in the air. This makes them energy efficient. Single rotor drones. The single rotor drones are strong and durable. They look similar to actual helicopters in structure and design. A single rotor has just one rotor, which is like one big spinning wheel, plus a tail rotor to control the direction and stability. Hybrid VTL fixed wing UAVs combine the benefits of multi-rotor platforms with fixed wing drones, and transition between the two modes during flight. VTOL fixed wing drones are a versatile choice for a wide range of commercial and military aerial applications. Thank you.
Over to you, judges.
The bigger team, Ashwin,
Yes.
Namika, Gyandev, Hanna, Ritvik, Shivani, and Vedant. It has been quite an interesting topic that you have chosen, and a good amount of research has gone. I wished you also worked on a prototype, little elaborated one possibly. That is one thing that is missing. But this is going to be an outstanding technology in the future. And when you complete your 12th and go to, so a couple of you go to engineering, it is going to be an outstanding area that you can choose in the days to come. Children, do you know which is the company or which is organization takes care of drone making in India? Any of you? It is a government organization. It is related to defense, not private company.
Sir, DRDO?
Who said that?
Vedant.
Vedant Nair. Outstanding. Can you try to say the full form of DRDO?
Defense.
Yeah. Defense Research Development Organization. Of course, I'm sure that a couple of you are going to be the scientists of DRDO, and we will be flying a lot of drones, unmanned big flights in the days to come. All the best for the team, and congratulations. It has been a wonderful research and a better effort.
Over to you, Mr. Douglas.
Okay, so there's a concept, as has already been mentioned by Mr. Bradmore. I also expect that you move from more of concept to drone by building an actual prototype, because there's an area where a lot of work is being done around that area, and you can actually do that even without the complexity and all of that. The motors, getting those drone motors, and even household stuff, right? Ice cream sticks and stuff with DC motors. You can even make your own prototype. But then I think it's not bad. It's a good attempt. I also wish that you consider an actual or a physical drone, trying to build a physical drone yourself. But then the research is good. You made mention of certain things that I'm impressed about. Well done to your team. Yeah.
Great job, guys. Amazing. Now we shall have animation group, that's group 3, present their animation clip. Due to some technical glitches, they were not able to do that, and we'll have them do right now. Can I request Devananda and team to come here on video? Yeah, Devananda and Darshika.
So, may we start from the beginning?
No, you just have to share your animation clip with us.
So, can I share?
Yes, please. All right, great job.
All
They've
right.
as the feedback of the judges is
As the
already done
feedback
and
of the judges is all done.
I'm sorry, I'm able to hear an echo of myself. Is it fine now?
Devananda and Dishida, good effort. So the animation that you have shown, surely the dialogue you have developed. Can you tell me where have you taken the images?
We took the images from Google.
From?
Google.
All right. And you developed the script has been written by both of you?
Yes, sir.
You developed the script.
No, sir. We both developed.
Both of you have developed. All right. And if that is been done, it is really wonderful. And I really, in the beginning itself, I have told you I was quite impressed by the presentation that you have made, and you could show the video now. Good children, it was a nice work.
Mr. Douglas, anything from you?
Yeah, I watched the animation, and it's a good start. When you want to go into this, you see, if you are using Scratch, you utilize what you call broadcast, right? So you send a message, you broadcast it, you wait, and then another person also, another sprite receives it, and then send another message. So I think it's a good concept, and well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Over to you, Anchors.
Wonderful. With that, we have come to the end of our project presentations for day one. Thank you. I want to thank the judges for their words of wisdom that have been immensely insightful to all of us. We thank you for your time.
May I request the judges to share a few words about our champions, their projects, and the event?
Thank you, Priyali and Siddharth, for that wonderful anchoring of the show, and all the children. Really congratulate you, and all of you deserve a big round of applause for the wonderful effort, the research that you have done. A lot of prototype that you have developed is really inspiring for me as a school teacher and a principal. I am really, really impressed by this young lot of children. Great promise to the nation, stating that the nation is coming to the world. You are giving a great message to that. Outstanding effort. Keep this scientific temper and innovative idea, as well as the attitude for research on, which was missing in your for the previous generation of mine. So I really appreciate and love to see the young children developing that scientific temper and innovative attitude towards you. Taking out time out of this annual examination time and developing this kind of a project, coming and presenting super confident, most all of you being so confident, except some little technology glitches which we very well understand. Otherwise, each and every child coming and very confidently speaking, I really appreciate the teachers and the school where you are studying, because they are doing an outstanding job. That is what is observation of mine. Once again, I wish you all a wonderful day and future ahead. I'm very sure that in the short period of time, many of you will be outstanding technologists of the world. Thank you. And it is my prayer and all the blessings to each one of you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. This is a good initiative by the organizers to bring together children to showcase not just concept, but to the extent of them putting together prototypes. That's a good initiative that needs to be sponsored. And I love to be part of this initiative every other year, because in Ghana here, Maker's Place is also pushing such initiatives across the schools. And we have weekend programs where we run training for students, and majority of my students for my weekend programs are Indians, right? And it's worth mentioning that I really appreciate what you people are doing, and it's the way forward, is the way of the future, and you don't need to stop. Keep making, keep tinkering, and you'll become great people, spearheading technology in big tech companies like Google, like Facebook, like Twitter, and SpaceX, and other places. So it's a good thing. Continue to innovate, and I really want to extend my appreciation to your parents for even supporting you people to this stage. That, yeah, it's very important. Not every parent will give their children that opportunity to try new things, right? They are most parents are stereotyped. They said, I want you to become this person. I don't want you to become whom you want to become. But your parents have given you the opportunity to say, hey, I'm supporting you, continue to do this. And I really appreciate that. Thank you, Akash, and your team. Thank you, Pramod, Principal. I really appreciate what you are doing in your
Thank you
school.
so much,
It's a good
It has
thing.
been interesting to be with you.
Yes, yeah. So in the future, we may see students from Ghana also participating in similar innovation project together, right? So it's a good thing. Thank you. You are all winners. You are all awesome. Bob, yeah. Over to you, Akash.
Over to you, anchors. Yeah.
Thank you, judges, for your words of encouragement and wisdom. It's an honor to have you on the panel. We all know for a fact that this wouldn't have been possible without the support and blessings of our dear parents. We have a few very happy parents who'd like to share their feedback on Lekol Chempaka and Hawanwai's integrated program.
May I first invite Dr. Priya EP, the mother of Darshika Vivek, to share her feedback.
Hello everyone, I am Priya, Darshika's mother. It has been a wonderful journey for my daughter with the team How and Why. In this era of technology, I could watch my little daughter growing up from a person who used to watch a lot of animation videos or cartoon videos to a person who has started making her own animation videos. And she has done many hard work, because with her friend Devananda, she has spent a lot of time and hard work on this project. And when they had some doubt in the beginning, she used to come and ask me for help, with the hope that the person who used to help her in her little things, I would help her. But with Darshika, I realized that it was not my cup of tea. But there was nothing to worry about, because their dear teacher, Janessa ma'am, was always with them. And as you have already seen here, they have done a fantastic job. And I take this opportunity to thank the entire team of How and Why, and also the authorities of Lekol Chempaka, for giving our children such a wonderful experience, and also an awesome, like the whole experience. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Up next, we have Ms. Soumya Pillai, the mother of Vedant Nair, who would like to share a few words.
Hello everyone, I'm Soumya, I'm mother of Vedant. So this platform was a wonderful opportunity for students to explore the topics outside of the regular academic curriculum. Also, I've seen Vedant and his friends coordinating and arranging calls, coordinating and practicing. And so it gave them an opportunity to improve on their presentation skills, their coordination and team building, everything. So I've seen them getting improved on all these skills, and a big thanks to all the mentors, Janisa ma'am and other mentors who were with them all along the journey. And it was a great support. In case of any doubts, they could reach out and then get it clarified from all of these mentors. So I hope that all the students had a great learning experience, and yeah, all the best to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. of course, all this wouldn't have been possible if, we wouldn't have had the support of your parents. So it really means a lot, and your words also mean a lot to us. Thank you so much. All right, over to you, anchors.
That brings us to the end of day one of our event. It was an exciting time, and I enjoyed every minute of hosting it.
That's not all. We also have an innovative and amazing day two lined up for you tomorrow. We will have the rest of our budding technologists take us on an innovative ride with their projects and prototypes.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow at the same time, that is 6 p.m. We hope you see us more. Until then, good night, sleep tight.
Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, team. Thank you. We hope to see you.